America was not built on a firm foundation. The nation called America was doomed from its inception. How do you build a nation? Killing the native people. How do you build a nation? Bringing a whole people out of Africa to America to be made slaves. This is your foundation. The world is looking at a country going to hell. You are opting to be a part of that is unraveling right in front of your eyes. You see the country cascading downward. This is America. Why do you want to get into something that is coming to an end? So we are living in the time of the unraveling of this great nation.
Accusations of a conspiracy connected to the drowning death of a Grand Rapids Nation of Islam member brought that organization's leader to a Grand Rapids courtroom.
Reverend Louis Farrakhan appeared in court to support the family of Robert Dion Muhammad, who died in September of 2014. 24-Hour News 8's Joe LaFurgey has more on that visit.
The 80-year-old Nation of Islam leader ignoring questions during a recess in the case.
Farrakhan,
Can you...
we're good right now.
Will you talk to us later?
No, not right now.
Well, we'd like to find out what you folks are here for.
It's not right now. Not right now. It's a sensitive case. Not right now.
Inside the 9th floor courtroom, lawyers for the family of Robert Dion Muhammad, who led the Nation of Islam's Grand Rapids study group, are trying to amend a wrongful death suit. The defendants range from the people who were on the boat the day he reportedly jumped into Muskegon Lake but never resurfaced, to first responders who searched for and later discovered his body. The victim's attorney claims there's sufficient evidence to suggest there may have been a conspiracy to cover up a murder, not an accident. He laid out a series of scenarios, including signs to trauma on the victim's body, which experts say is sometimes the result of body recovery efforts and the fact that he'd been on the boat with white co-workers before the drowning.
It has been alleged multiple times that this is some political endeavor, as if we caused Robert Muhammad's death, as opposed to playing the hand that we've been dealt.
While attorneys for the defendants say the plaintiff's attorney is trying to throw whatever he can onto the wall and see what sticks.
Because we really know what the pink elephant in the room is all they want to do is make some presentation as to what coulda, woulda, shoulda, maybe happened without any facts to support it.
Back here live at the Kent County Courthouse, and today the judge turned down some of the amended motions the plaintiff's attorney had asked for, but there is more to do in this case, and they will be back here tomorrow. We do not know if Minister Farrakhan will be back as well. Right now we're live in Grand Rapids. Joe LaFurgey, 24-Hour News 8.
In 1962, Brother Malcolm was our top spokesperson for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. One of my friends that we grew up together in Boston moved to LA and became the secretary of the LA Mosque, and the police attacked the mosque. And my brother, who was the secretary, came out of the mosque with his hands up, and they killed him. They shot and paralyzed other Muslims. Brother Malcolm was our spokesperson, but he knew what he wanted to do. He had to check it with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Malcolm wanted the FOI to kill police, create a war. So he came to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and said, they killed our brother, so we should retaliate. The messenger says, well, they could kill a few more. I will not put the resources of a nation into war on a provocation. I'm here to tell you, in this beautiful city that will be reduced one day to rubble. And those of you who think you got away, and you boast that the courts upheld you, not the universal court. And some of you that delight in doing evil, God wants to save you, but you won't let him. My teacher said to me, brother, it'll take more than teaching to get our people up out of the condition that they're in. Thy wrath is come. Now, we didn't have much to lose except our lives and the focus of the nation on the word that had to be gotten to our people. Brother Malcolm was upset and angry that we didn't kill the police. I sat with him and he talked to me about provocations. I don't come to this city or any city in America like a beggar who doesn't know power to remove the wicked. No, I came here tonight to let you know the end has come. I want you to listen. What's going to happen in Grand Rapids? Just to let the folks that killed our brother know that God has not forgotten. And we have not forgotten. It is the beginning of a divine chastisement. And that's why I chose to come to this city to tell the black and the white, the brown, the red, and the yellow, the rich and the poor, the powerful and those who have no power. Your days of playing with God is finished. But when you're dealing with the wicked in the establishment of justice, in the book of Isaiah it says, justice stands afar off, and equity cannot enter because truth is fallen in the streets. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, when truth fails to bring justice about, truth should always lead us to a just conclusion. But if the forces of evil are so strong that truth falls in the street and is not allowed to bring about justice, then the God of truth and the God of justice must physically remove from power the forces of injustice. And that time has arrived. The subject that I want to take up with you is from the book of Revelations, 11th chapter, the 18th verse. Listen to the words. The nations are angry, and thy wrath has come. It is the time of the dead that they should be judged and given justice. I want to parse those words just a moment. The nations are angry. We're living in an angry world, and the nations are angry, and the storm clouds of war are gathering not only over America and the Middle East and other parts of our globe, but the whole
Did you know
is agitated.
that America put an embargo on Japan to get oil, which that nation needed? So when Japan could not get oil that it needed to run its industry, Japan decided to go to war with America. Any of you older ones that lived in New York, there was a 3rd Avenue rail subway that, I mean, when you get on that 3rd Avenue subway, it takes you up, I don't know how many feet above ground, maybe between 50 and 60 feet above the ground. They took that elevated platform down, and Japan bought it. And Japan turned it into aircraft carriers, battleships. And when they felt the time was right, they used their flag, the rising sun, and they attacked America at Pearl Harbor. Did you know that members of the Japanese people had come among us and made friends with members of the nation? So the government of the United States knew that Mr. Takahari, I think his name was, had come to make friends with us. Anytime a foreign nation wants to make friends with the children of slaves, ex-slaves, the government becomes frightened. So in 1941, when Japan attacked, though the scientists told Japan not to do it, according to what our teacher taught us, Japan attacked, and the rest is history. They lost. They became occupied by America. The atomic nuclear bombs that were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki frightened the entire world. That America was to be feared. When Japan attacked, Elijah Muhammad was called to be drafted. Elijah Muhammad said, "I cannot fight for the infidel." He was 46 years old, and the draft was from 18 to 45. But it didn't make any difference. They wanted him in jail. So they arrested the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Why are you bringing it up? When I was in Iran, they said Farrakhan was leading a chant, death to America, death to Israel. Farrakhan never led no such chant. One of their news people during a press conference asked me to lead the chant. This was an Iranian, but he was an enemy.
States is not a slogan chanted by the Iranian government against the U.S. government or the U.S. people, but it's a slogan chanted by the Iranian people against the American leaders.
I know.
So, and it's not, its roots are not just about the 1979 Islamic Revolution, but it's way back before it. If you turn the pages of history back to 1953, and you clearly mentioned it when the United States reinstated monarchy in Iran, so it's clear that the Iranian people have had a very dark memory about what the United States did back then. So death to the United States is not a slogan chanted by the government. So the United States, if it wants to reimpose sanctions, it's reimposing sanctions against the Iranian people, not
That's
the Iranian
correct.
government. So the Western media outlets, especially the United States media outlets, are accusing you these days of leading death to the United States. I just read a couple of news items about you and how the Western media is accusing you of chanting the death to the United States. I want to ask you this question. Are you willing to chant the slogan of death to the United States? Because you are a person who is living in the United States, and you are a person who is exposed to some of the policies that are done and conducted against you, carried out against you in the United States. The black community is, in the United States, is humiliated, and you are a black person, and at the same time, you're a Muslim. And as you see, Muslims these days are exposed to some of the wrong policies committed by the United States. So would you chant this long enough?
No, I will not do that. I will not do that. I would ask who sent you to ask that question.
That's right.
I see you seem to be one of those who are paid at Press TV to provoke that. That's not my chant. Listen to me. No, listen to me. You asked me a question.
Is wrong. Maybe the way I put forward my
Your question is, your question, I heard you. I heard you. But I also heard something else about you that I don't like. You want me to chant because they lied on me and said I led a chant. I know that chant came from the people of Iran. And this sanction is what's hurting the people of Iran. They have a right to chant it. But I am not a chanter. I am a worker for God. And the truth will undo falsehood, and the righteous will win against the wicked. Not with a chant, but with actual words and deeds. I just don't like your attitude, man. I don't like that. You know, I have to say this. I'm not just listening to your questions. God is showing me your motives. And I'm addressing with anger your motive. I know the question. I don't like it. Now, I'll take one or two more questions, but if you have not heard me yet, then I'm wasting my time. Is there another question? So I beat him up pretty bad, not physically. So they wrote in the paper that this is a sleeper cell for Iran. That's the predicate for their next move when or if war starts with Iran. So they may do what they did to the messenger. They may issue an executive order to arrest Farrakhan. What do you think? You think I should run away now? Some of you would like to wear the crown. But you don't want to pay the price. Let me tell you something. You that are terrified, you that are petrified, you that feel that being with Farrakhan is dangerous. Some of the disciples of Jesus felt that way too. So when he got arrested, even Abel, Peter, not you, Brother Abel, Weren't you with that man? Oh, no, I don't know that man at all. See, it's easy to follow a man in the cool of the evening. Hard as hell to follow a man in the heat of the day. But the heat is coming. But there's a God that got it all in his hand. In California, where the Navy owns 100 million acres of land, a little more than that, and the earthquake left a fissure, a crack in the earth's surface that could be seen from space. That's a naval base where their nuclear stuff can't work now. They got to fix it. The wheels have been seen by the Navy pilots out there. Now they're reporting in a different way than the lying way that they spoke in the past. Those UFOs are real. Everywhere on Earth where there are nuclear missiles, the wheels have visited them. Do you think I could talk like this if I didn't have backup? The cowardly police feel good when they can reach into that little microphone calling for backup. I don't have to reach into nothing to call for mine. That's why I asked them to show you the wheels.
Yes, sir.
Because I've also asked Allah to send them over here.
Yes, sir.
Just to confirm what I've said today.
Yes, sir.
That the man that I'm representing to you, those two men, they are the masters of the wheels.
Yes, sir.
Doesn't even look like a plane, does it?
It's like a spacecraft.
Yes.
I don't know what the f this is, but whatever it is not a plane, and it's just moving fast.
I'm telling you, those aren't planes.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
UFO, you got it, you got it.
I'm recording right now. I'm recording. Look.
UFO over Southside. Hey, yo, what the fuck is that?
You see how it's moving?
Nobody else looking at this shit? Don't nobody else see this shit?
I'm getting it.
UFO! UFO motherfucking O! Get the fuck out of here! That is a UFO, y'all. Hey, what? Hey, we don't have that stop in midair. We don't have that stop in midair.
UFO. It's still there. It is not a helicopter. Helicopters don't maneuver like that. Now it's going back up. Hey, look it, it's going back up.
When I close down in the garden,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
the God will do some work.
Yes, sir.
Not no lantern, bro. That defies logic.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. It looks like a damn UFO.
Why is it supposed to... Where's it going?
I know I'm not tripping. Outside my window.
Una especie de objetos voladores no identificados, llámense ovnis, cambiando de colores. Son 5.
Que porra é isso, hein? Eu sei.
Não, drone não?
É não, na altura dessa. Tá vendo?
Vai acabar é o mundo aí, viu? Essa cadeira danada, velho.
Tem uma luzinha piscando, ó.
UFO 啊，是什么东西啊？这个是，怎么在跑啊？